Another day, another game. More Heroes of the Storm, everybody. And obviously with Division 7, we're looking again at the lower end of the Heroes of the Storm skill spectrum. Division 7, on average, the players are here between bronze and gold. Now, there are sometimes a few exceptions, especially when we're looking at the top teams within Division 7. But still, this is the lowest league in the amateur scene. On the left side, in our best of 3 series, map number 1, Battlefield of Eternity, we showed up. That's already a big plus. That's the first step to winning. Paul Powell on Reyna. We got Gorn on Diablo. Tam Nephilim on Chromie. Toraxa is playing Thrall, and Kraon on Rhaegar. And to the right side of the map, Hot's Musical coming in with Lilith on Ana, Feng Shen on Greymane. We got Lizard on Sonya, Nawain on Liming, and Todazul on Mirrodin. The Trolling Thunder on level 1 for Thrall, top side, so he's going to have the sustain that he needs on the lane quite easily. Definitely one of the talents that we see a lot more these days right now, and for good reason. Ever since Blizzard has buffed it, it has been a very, very solid choice on the level 1 for Thrall. Get a bit of extra stacking for Mirrodin too, at the bottom of the map. An Exterminator for Jimmy, of course. Still incredibly powerful when you're playing on Battlefield of Eternity in particular. And the Force Armor for Li Ming right here. Chromie, on the other hand, went straight into the once again the first time. Alright, calm down. Alrighty, so a little bit of a rotation topside, and apparently someone called out, listen dude, we have Li Ming, she's not really there anymore. But trying to honestly use the foggy weather over here, as you can see. Playing around with the invisibility a little bit. So far it doesn't really do too much. Interesting part now is, of course, that with the rotation of Li Ming topside, at the bottom of the map there were only 3 heroes for the red team. And the blue team capitalized on that quickly by going for the camp. And saying like, alright, we're gonna lock this one in. All the way up at the top, Thrall is still doing fairly well. And now he also gets a bit of assistance, since of course in an ideal world he would try to prevent the red team players from grabbing the top camp here. So that's another one too. Down to the bottom of the map. Nearly a chance maybe to go for Todazul here. Mirrodin, careful bro. Yeah, the doggy's jumping in, gets a Stormbolt pushed to the face and nearly falls here. Greymane wanted to go for it too. Oh, and Todazul gets away. But yeah, that got spicy for a second. Nothing too insane, but you gotta be careful. Can't really go too deep in a situation like this. Alright. Yeah, all the way up at the top. That's currently where they're also trying to make their little play. And so far not a single kill. I mean, they're playing this a little bit slow. Everybody's just waiting for the first objective to pop out too. Okay, down to the bottom of the map. Now that the level 4 talents are kicking in, Chromie is still connecting a few additional shots. But the teams are obviously looking for Shaman camps now. Shaman camps are pretty much the first thing that you really want to do here. You want to set those up as quickly as you possibly can. Which is exactly what we're currently seeing from them. And yeah, Greymane in particular has a good stats there. Both teams honestly have good heroes that excel at camps. You have Rhaegar, you have Jimmy with Exterminator. You got not only Sonya, but also of course Greymane. So there's plenty that helps you to get those locked in quite quickly. A little bit of an early start on the Immortal now also for Hot's Musical, and they're actually racing this down pretty quickly. Now the blue team responds in kind of topside, but they are gonna lose out on the initial setup here. So halftime show easily won by Hot's Musical. Still no kill in the game, but teams are now trying to defend their lanes against the camps that we've seen here. So that's the next thing. And yep, so far so good, but it's party time topside. Sonya's already on the Immortal. Sonya's already going in straight for it. And here we go. Oh, the stun! Yeah, hits Mirrodin. But Diablo's also low. Has, of course, not a lot of souls yet. He's sitting at 40 and might actually die here. Todazul goes deep for the kill. Can't get it, but they get the Immortal. But Mirrodin himself gets healed by Ana. No problem for him. Totally immobile here. And Ana, therefore, has easy shots that she can connect. Feng Shen eats another Sand Blast, but that doesn't change the fact that topside has already suffered because this camp was not taken down earlier, and this allows them to easily push in towards the top fort. Might even lose the fountain here, as the Immortal moves down to the bot side, and Lizard comes in, takes it down. They are getting murdered here. Holy shit, on a structural level, they're really getting punished. I mean, damn. This is not looking great in the earlier stages of this game. This is hurting, and it's hurting them a lot. They are definitely not looking at a good start here, no matter how you want to spin it. Top side has nearly fallen. That fort might actually fall if Sonya pushes in a little bit deeper. Has not a lot of hit points left, but that might honestly be even a death that you are willing to sacrifice. This one is also low. They're holding on for both. Sonya tried to sacrifice herself for the greater good, but didn't get the fort after all. So the first kill is on the board, but it doesn't really change the situation on the map. Both of those forts are still in play, but both of them are so low that Li Ming coming close to them would probably mean the end. So, yeah, this is a bit tricky. Talking about the end, Greymane gets taken out. The doggy is dead. No chance for him. We got a grenade build on Ana, by the way. So not going into a more traditional setup with the darts, but yep, grenade build is in. And let's see, top side still 1 versus 1. Keep down, by the way. Fort down, fort down. A little bit too over-eager here. Kodazul gets away! Yeah, Muradin, he's a survivor. That guy can take a punch, for sure. Okay. Yeah, Muradin by now has also gone into the sledgehammer on level 4, which is kind of nice. So this is going to help him to stack, obviously, a little bit quickly. Like, he's really going to be able to stack now super quickly and will have the damage on structures and the Immortal later on to boot. Makes him, of course, not quite as tanky as he would otherwise be. Also, nicely done with the follow-up on some of those stuns. I mean, he's currently on 17 stacks on the baseline, 11 for his level 1 talent. Talking stacks, we have Chromie on 31 for her level 1, and Diablo is nearly done with his baseline as well. So that would actually be kind of nice too for him to get that completed. Then again, honestly, at the beginning of the game, there's nothing more annoying than when you complete the 100 stacks and then you die a second later and the death timers are still on that low. So it can be quite tilting, because then you're going to be super weak afterwards. That's a nice setup though. Good job. Chromie comes in, takes Muradin down, 3 kills to 0. They lock Greymane into. Fengshen might be in trouble here. Gets some assistance though and is able to make it out. Top camp is still pushing, but this is obviously the opportunity that we showed up was waiting for. They definitely showed up in the last fight. Now they have to make sure that they capitalize on the victory. They need to come in here. Gorn, on the other hand, is in trouble. Dodges out on the stun circle. So far, so good. Greymane falling a bit low too. Chromie with another setup and decent damage, but there's the early level 10 talent for we showed up. And that's an easy halftime show, and it should honestly be the Immortal for them too. If you go up against an opponent that has heroic abilities, you need to stay the fuck away from them. That is not the moment when you want to go in for it. So here comes the Ancestral as the talent choice for Rhaegar. It's actually interesting. In this setup, I expected Bloodlust. I mean, Bloodlust is the pick these days after the talent got significantly buffed by Blizzard. But here we have an order. We have Thrall, we have Rhaegar, we have Jimmy, and he goes into Ancestral. Kind of interesting to see that. Going a little bit more into the build that he's used to, I suppose. Yeah, and now the top side gets attacked. Now, to be fair, they actually took down the bottom fort as well, so they got that. Yeah, Muradin already starting to hammer in his level 4 talent and get some extra damage on the Immortal. And as a result, together with Greymane and the rest of them, they destroy that shield. I mean, that shield was just absolutely crushed. Problem is that they still might lose the top. Here's the Ancestral. Alright, gets that out. So far, so good. Looking solid. Again, Todazul jumping out here. 19 and 12 stacks on the baseline and level 1. Gets another one connected. Good for him. But that fort is suffering now, and they are going to lose that fort after all. Look at Dibbles, by the way. He's again super low. He's really getting crushed over here. This integrate for Li Ming. No wave of force. That's a sad moment, honestly. Talking about sad, this down here could also develop into a very sad story for Lizard. Yeah, does he connect the wolf? Yeah, he does. And that could be an easy kill. Oh, dodges out on the spear. And that's the kill right there. And we're going to look at that again. That was a nice chase and definitely worth of a little bit of a replay. The one-on-one situation here ending in favor of him. Dodges out on the spear, gets the kill in. Job well done. Okay, top camp is taken. Shaman camp, as you just saw a second earlier, was also claimed. And now that leaves us with one single camp. Actually, it leaves us with two camps. Shaman camp on the left side, but more importantly, down here, the Khaldor camp that is still up for grabs on both sides. So this one gets actually attacked and claimed now. But it is a fairly interesting setup. I mean, it's 4 kills against 0, but in structures, the advantage goes to the red team that now loses another hero. They are definitely not doing well on kills. I mean, they haven't killed a single hero yet, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But at the same time, they are doing fairly okay on structures. Still 1 fort up. In experience, they are still a level behind. It's pretty much the same level that they were behind the entire time. Rhaegar with an interesting twist now too. So he actually went into the Earth Living Enchant. Haven't seen that one in a hot minute. I mean, even with Bloodlust, it's not a talent that you see these days. I mean, like, never. So that's a bit of a weird choice on level 13 for him. And talking about the weird choices, as I mentioned previously, having Disintegrate for Li Ming isn't really something that was to be expected either. Normally that's a pick that you only have against the Nubarak's Cocoon and not against anything else. But over here he doesn't really seem to be very confident in his abilities to make a play with the Wave of Force. So, no telling that. 13 advantage, but they're racing this one. And the halftime show goes to We Showed Up. Not by a huge margin, but again, they take it. Not a little bit. And still no level 13. It's a bit of an issue. It has been a problem in the last 3 fights that the blue team is always ahead there, but that was a nice setup. What a beautiful coordinated bullet setup from Greymane and his boys. They take Dibbles down, and this was clutch. I mean, let's face it. 0.2 seconds later, and the Ancestral goes through, and Diablo is alive. But that resets him. Yeah, that's a report, by the way. Gorn is AFK. Insta-report. Insta-report. Yeah, that's not okay. That's just simply not cool. Okay, and with that, here comes the setup now. As Function is starting to jump in. Gets the nano boost as well. Immortal is won by the blue team, and the blue team is winning more than only the Immortal, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. They might have lost a hero earlier, but they just got everybody so low that the red team had to fall back anyways to tap on the fountain, and that was just the time that was needed for We Showed Up to finish the Immortal off. And they got the fort at the bottom of the map too. So, yeah, that's kind of insane. But let's go. Yeah, here's the setup. Yeah, Murden jumps out again. Still not done with this baseline. He had a great start with his Storm Bolts, but now he's really starting to fall behind. Finally, we have it completed. 12 minutes and 8 seconds in. And they're going for Dibbles again. Oh, but he survives. Diablo alive. Feng tries to jump out. 5 kills to 1. Sonya is at the top, by the way. Sonya is not even defending. Sonya said, fuck this, I'm solo laning. I have a PhD in PvP, PvE, and so she goes topside. So, yeah, a little bit late if she tries to fall back now, but I guess they're making sure that nobody goes core here. Honestly, she could have maybe stayed a little bit longer and tried to take the entire wall down. The catapults are already doing a great job on this one. But still, they lost the bottom keep, and that alone is already a big blow. Let's have a look at the damage here. 31,000 for Li Ming. Alright. Diablo on 10k. Rhaegar with 5,000? I mean, he should have a little bit more than that. Ana is nearly on the same level. And Ana is not really a hero that is known for having insane damage outputs in a normal game. I mean, we've all seen Anas that with good stacking have been doing a pretty good job, but that's usually more so. Then again, this is the lower level. So what am I talking about? 1 kill only for the red team for its musical. But let's go. Let's make it happen. They're starting to jump in. Full on spin to win build. Oh, Greymane. He wants Chromie. And he nearly gets Chromie, but instead Rhaegar falls first, but he's not going to be the only one. Look at Diablo here. He's in trouble as well. Thrall is... Really? Thrall is down and Dibbles is able to get away from this one. Oh, there is in the... No, chase him! What are you doing? Fenction, no! Oh my god. First the wolf fails and veers off into the wrong direction, and then Diablo says like, nah, I'm gonna come back. You guys need that kill. So Diablo actually trying to immediately head for that fountain in the middle instead of just trying to run down to the bottom of the map. So that was a little bit of a fail on both ends. Both of these bad boys need Google Maps, I tell you that much. So 5 kills to 5. It seems like it's turning around again. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. Initially, it was the red team that was in the lead, mainly through the first objective, and then they fell massively behind because they just couldn't win a fight to save their life. And now it's the exact opposite. They win the last big battle, lost the keep, but now they are also earlier on the objective top side and might just be able to win not only the halftime show, but also another objective. Dibbles is at 29 stacks. That means he doesn't really have a whole lot of hit points. Top side needs to be defended against too. Chromie helping out a bit. But someone else needs to jump in there. Guys, you could actually lose hit points on the keep if you're not paying attention there. And off we go. Yeah, they're hammering this one home. Quite literally. There's the stun into the stun. Double stun through the Immortal. But they take the objective. Torazul is dead. Muradin is eliminated. Li Ming with the attempt to get the kill, but she falls too. Nearly got a kill against Jimmy on the other hand. I mean, those resets nearly made it possible for her. But as I said, top side is in trouble now. It's exactly what I said just a second ago. If you don't take that Shaman camp down, then you have a big problem. And that penetrating round was a problem too, because it should have been right here on the catapult. So this one is nearly dead. Nearly destroyed. It's not quite there, but hey, it took a beating. 3 versus 5 at the bottom of the map though, in favor of We Showed Up. So they have a good shot at stopping that Immortal before it does too much damage. Yeah, they are already playing this incredibly slow. But Greymane is now moving towards the top. And he's going to try and take the top keep. And they should be able to get that one. They might fall, but they should be able to get it if they want it. Seems like they will. Sonya's the only one. And I have no idea why Greymane just jumped in again. Run, baby. Just run. Just run. Just run. Just sacrifice her. Okay, Sonya goes down, Coolio, but they get the keep. Anna. Yeah, that old granny is not really that strong anymore. She's not a runner. She doesn't have a Strava account. Okay, not a cyclist either. I'm still waiting for Blizzard to give me a proper, I don't know, specialized Merida bike or something as a mount. I think for that one I would get my wallet too. Hashtag cyclist life. Depends a little on the color scheme, of course. I mean, gotta go for the coordination. But either way. 8-2-5. The kill count. 19 to 19. It's getting closer. It's identical when it comes to structures on the map now. We have both teams with 1 keep destroyed. So this first game in the best of 3 series is fun. Okay. Uh-oh. 5-man rotation topside. Sonya isn't there yet. The Eminem of Heroes of the Storm. I had another person that apparently never heard that before, and then he looked at the Sonya picture up here at the top, and he's like, oh my god! It's Eminem with an orange wig. And it's definitely true. It's definitely true. Mom spaghetti all over the place right there. Hashtag can't unsee. But off we go. That camp is going to be taken. This next Immortal is very likely going to be the last one. And we are more or less even with the position on the map and experience. That kill difference doesn't really matter too much. Okay. Let's go. Who's faster? Pretty much at the same speed, roughly. Jimmy! Yeah, your Exterminator is the biggest tool in the toolbox for your team now. We showed up. They win the halftime show. And here comes the battle. Let's go. They don't take care of camps. This is actually a bit of a problem for We Showed Up. They haven't really been doing this the entire game. Topside camp is pushing in again. But both of the teams just decided they don't want to fight. They're just going for the race. And close. Really close. But the red team wins it. The red team actually takes it by 200 hit points. That was kind of nuts. Yeah, that was really nuts. That's... Ooh, the Lord of Terror. Hello, sir. Long time seeing you. Alright. I'm already terrified. But Sonya, I have no idea what she's doing. You don't need to defend this. You're pushing through the bot lane anyways. Yeah, that's a bit of a fail. That's a fail of Hot's Musical there. There was no reason for Sonya to be there. Like, none whatsoever. I mean, if that's not a want moment, then I don't know. Yeah, sending Sonya back here. You're taking this down anyways. Every wave that comes through here, you take down anyways. Which means that the waves that spawn through your core are going to take down everything that pushes into the bottom of the map. So unless there's like 4 catapults that are stacked up, you have 0 problems. And it's only 90 minutes in the game anyway, so that was really weird. And that's another big hit from Chromie. Nice. Good job by her. So it seems like Hot's Musical is getting slapped around a little bit. The keeps are both down on the blue team side. But when it comes to killers, it is really a problem. So catapults are now pushing in. And this is kind of what makes this first map fun, honestly. Because we're looking at a setup where one team is just winning teamfight after teamfight after teamfight, but they can't really do a whole lot with it. And a couple of strategical fails, definitely from Hot's Musical, where they could play things, I would say, a bit cleaner. Just a tiny little bit, maybe. 48,000 damage for Li Ming, 59,000 for Chromie. Jimmy and Anna, the only one that haven't died yet. And now... top side, let's go. Last camp on the map. Now that the Shaman camp has been taken. The problem is that you don't even have to go for the objective if you're Hot's Musical now. You can backdoor too. Now you don't have Ethereal with Sanctification, but again, if you get Greymin and Sonya on the core, that still hurts. The chase is on. Nicely done. Good job. Nicely done, Lilith. Camp again at the top of the map, and if by now We Showed Up is famous for one thing, then it's ignoring minions. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be won by catapults. Just you wait. We Showed Up are going to ignore a catapult push and then going to lose it to those catapults. And it's happening as we speak at the top side. Down here, yeah, Chromie coming in, but Lizard is fine. And off we go. The push into the objective. This one would obviously seal the deal too. Oh, there's the Ancestral. Holy hell. That one actually got shut down. Nicely done. Anna with a big deny. That Ancestral didn't do jack shit. 2 down. But catapults are on the core. Told you. One catapult again. Completely blanking here. The other one didn't lock in on it either. And now that the shields are slowly falling, we have the objective still attacked, and Thrall went back. But yeah, that's honestly, that's an F right there. I mean, you're not going to get an A for effort for me for this. Those catapults, they were blanking. One attacked the tower in the middle. Blizzard still hasn't fixed that shit after how many years now? 3? And the other one, yeah, that driver just didn't know how to drive around them. So he was stuck behind, stuck in traffic. Happens to the best of us. And all of a sudden, it's a massive Immortal for We Showed Up. Big Immortal. That could end the game. Uh-oh. What I love most about this backdoor... What? I mean, either you backdoor or you don't, but yeah. I mean, either way, blue team is obviously in a great spot here. But technically, if they win that fight, they can save this. Shield is nearly down. Immortal is moving through the top. Blue team might have just whiffed this. The storm. The double kill. The blue team just whiffed it. Don't get carried away, guys. You kill Thrall by all means, but defend the top. You have a bit of a problem topside. That's called a big-ass Immortal, but blue team just whiffed a more or less sure victory here. So they were a little bit too aggressive at the bottom. They went just in too early. Should have waited for the Immortal topside first. Technically, it could even result in the keep not even falling. I mean, likely it's gonna... They're gonna save it, aren't they? God, I would be pissed. Can you imagine being we showed up at this point? Can you imagine? They're sitting there and they're just like, did that really happen? We got nothing. Like nothing. A bit of damage on the keep and that's that. Jimmy is still dead. And oh, they're chasing them now. Dibbles, run away. Oh, goodbye. No, no, really? What? What? They lost 1-2? Are you kidding me? Li Ming just died? Alright, we're gonna look at that again. No fucking way. Diablo runs away, uses the APOC over there, and then all of a sudden, they don't only do they not kill him, they lose Li Ming to Chromie. What a beautiful game. This game has everything. It's the Heroes Global Clown Fiesta. It's a work of art. You couldn't script this any better. Just when you thought you know what's happening, then it's like BAM! In your face. Here's another twist right here. That means we're 24 minutes into the game and now we're really entering Winion territory. If you get a setup that allows catapults to go for the core, you know that you're gonna win it. In it to win it, baby. Top lane needs to take this one down pretty easily, pretty quickly. I mean, there's big questions that are now popping up here too. Can a game end in a tie? This game would deserve one. Alright. So, move down to the bottom of the map. And let's see what we're gonna get here. Yep, there it is. There's the push. And the race again between the two teams here. It's beautiful to cast Division 7. You never really know what happened. It's like every single time when you look at something and you're just like, alright, this is, you can't throw this one. Division 7 comes in, hold my beer. Sometimes the decision, I mean again, this is obviously lower level play, guys, so there's a lot of adrenaline pumping. Don't expect the most coordinated games here. This is what makes this interesting and funny. So Lizard, no, not into the Immortal stun. Chromie comes in, and that's the end of Sonya. Sonya is down. Oh, Fengshin nearly dying. Todazul is also low. This is looking bad. This is looking really bad. Halftime show, that's a sure win, and they're now going, of course, for the full-on objective. And after 26 minutes, I mean, again, you shouldn't be able to stop it, but we've seen crazier things happen here. This is not a kill. Yeah. Greyman is on the run. The problem is that catapults are pushing the bot lane now, as does the Shaman camp, so that's problematic. And let's go. Yeah, this should be game. But again, I kind of thought that earlier already, and it turned very quickly into a completely different setup. Look at this. Jimmy even saying, like, guys, just to be on the safe side, 26 minutes into this one, let's make sure those catapults are not going to be an issue. And yeah, nicely done. So they defend this. But that Immortal, even with only a 50% shield, should have no problem ripping the keep to pieces and then eliminating the core. It would be kind of insane. Okay, so here we go. There's the Gorn. Keep is down. Diablo barely survives. Yeah, Diablo's alive. Completes his level 13, and now it's time for the core to fall. Immortal falls quickly. Now, gotta give them that. Immortal falls quickly, but here comes the ult. Shield is down. Hit points are being lost soon as well. Oh, it's close, but the Immortal has way too much damage, and that's the lead. We showed up in the end, and they take the 1-0 lead over Hod's Musical. Nicely done. And yeah, that gives them the map win on Battlefield of Eternity. Game on! Game number 2! Tomb of the Spider Queen! Yeah, first one was... well, first one was an interesting back and forth. Now we're heading into the second game, and let's have a look which team takes the win here. If we're going to see a 3-mapper, or if instead we're going to have a 2-0 victory for We Showed Up. They're showing up here on the second map with Paul on Reyna, and Nephilim on Jaina, Torab on Sonya, Gordon Muradin, Crown on Anna, And to the right side of the map, Blizzard on Orphea, Lilith on Anduin, Todazul on ETC. We got Fengshen on Alarak and Nawain on Deathwing. Sir Nawain himself. Let's see what he can pull off over here. Okay, in terms of talents, the block party. Interesting talent to go for block party in that particular setup. I mean, yes, you have Sonya and you have Reyna against you, but given that this is a map where you can complete your Echo of Elements, not Echo of Elements, your thingy, proc rock, super quickly with an easy rotation between the lanes. It's still a bit of a surprise. And that's a good setup for potential first blood, but they don't get the kill against Jimmy. It was a nice aggression though. If they can follow up on this a little bit more as the game continues, they definitely have a lot of potential here for this. So yeah, good job by them. And here we go. That could be the first one now. Go! Oh my god, Alarak. Beautiful setup here. Muradin was just about to try and jump out there, and then BAM! Gets locked in, telekinesis, knocks him in again. And that's another kill. Yeah, good job. It's actually nice to also see some coordination like this, even in Division 7 games. So that's always quite a bit of fun. So good job by them. Now top side. It's also getting pushed here. But yeah, you need these rotations. If you can control the rotation, it pretty much just simply means that you have a good control over the turn-in points as well. You should be able to turn in a little bit quicker, deny some gems to your opponent, and be the team that calls the shots, just in general. But of course, still a bit early to tell. Still the Exterminator on level 1 for Jimmy. We've seen after the nerf to the talent a lot more ace in the hole again, but both still strong. Muradin gets out. Wow. That looked like a kill, but not quite. And let's have a look. Yeah, there's the stun. Todazul, careful. And this is like this is the near miss game. I mean, the game where they actually have mad problems locking a kill in, as it seems. Fengshen comes in again with another attempt, but that didn't really work out either. So we had ETC one time skirting away, Muradin one time moving around, and down to the bottom of the map though. Sonya is starting to get bullied by the dragon. And over here, we have Goran and Nephilim. Paul is also sitting tight. Reverberation. A bit of a failure. That's definitely the wrong talent for Muradin. If you want to go into a sustainable build, then you have to go for the other one. You need to go full purple, baby. And make sure that you get the second clap in so that you can get the synergy with a level 13 talent. So not really the talent that you're looking for when you play a normal Muradin build. On the last game, we had a bit more of a damage setup for Hot's Musical, which, by the way, at the end of the day, obviously didn't really work out for them. Trying to stack those a little bit better and maybe help against the Immortal in terms of damage as well. But this here is more so a normal setup with the level 1 choice, and now on level 4, definitely not the path that you want to take. But as this continues, let's see what else we're gonna have with level 7 talents in particular. So far on turn-ins, we only have 21 gems connected, and it was Hot's Musical that was able to lock those in. Down to the bottom of the map. Yeah, could maybe try and interrupt here a little bit, but he's up against 3. That makes things a little bit difficult. The rest of the team is now rotating slowly in, keeping Reyna topside still. So Reyna is still up at the top. Down here, ETC. If he catches her here, she's dead. So that was close. Again, this seems to be the game where everybody just barely gets away. Again. Did, by the way, not go into the negatively charged for Alarak, which is always a little bit sad to see. I mean, we have the show of force over here, but of course, if you have a little bit of stacking, that's always kind of fun and adds an additional element to the game. If you're heavily stacked Alarak towards the end game, that's kind of nice. Makes it a little bit fun for the observers, but yeah, show of force instead the talent choice for them right now. We have 15 to 42 gems turned in, and there it is. Not only the slide, but also the objective. Can't quite get the kill here. A little bit more body blocking maybe, but honestly they don't have the damage output at this point, so that doesn't really work out for them. And let's go. Yeah, level 7 talents are in. Muradin again with the Skullcracker over here. Also interesting choice, level 1. We actually have the Vampiric Rounds for Ana. Not a lot of stacks thus far. Muradin on the other hand, he jumps but he dies on impact. Hit the ground a little bit too hard apparently. So he's down. And now with level 7 talents in, the push top side, that's where we are focusing. Oh! If Jaina falls, that would have been so good for them. Got the Insatiable on level 7 now. And ETC with the Echo Paddle as he comes through. Again, also not really what you see all the time. Usually Echo Paddle, I mean Echo Paddle from a competitive standpoint has been a talent that you pretty much exclusively picked when you went into the side lane as ETC and not the main tank role. And then the thought process was always that you want to have a little bit more damage on the side lanes so that you have the wave clear available to yourself. That would obviously come then with stage dive. It was especially during HGC times when ETC was picked as a first choice because you then had a flexible setup that allowed you to either play him as a main tank or an offlaner, depending on what kind of setup your opponent would draft for themselves. So you were a bit more flexible on the draft. And if you played him in the offlane role, then Echo Paddle was what you wanted to go for. But for now, we got with level 7 talents. Also after a double smash. Oh, there's the kill. Alarak down top side. That's the first one actually for we showed up. A little bit slow to show up here, but they also get the web weaver wave together with it. So, yep, there we go. And, well, bottom of the map. Yeah, tower down. One tower down, one kill to 3. Camp taken also on the right side of the map now, which means that they have the Knight camp pushing through the middle of the map. And both of the teams are looking for the level 10 abilities, and should actually happen around the same time. But could have a huge impact also on how this fight is going to be played out right now. If one of the teams is able to lock it in a bit quicker. Top lane defense is pretty easy. It's really the mid lane that is the big concern here. As they're trying to go for it. And yep. Here we go. Wall down. They really need to come towards the middle if they want to defend this. Are they sacrificing that fort for more or less free? A 4-man defense at the top against only the Web Weaver seems a little bit weird. That's a party time on the other hand, but the immediate interrupt too as the penetrating round comes through. It's a nice setup with ETC going straight into the Eternal Feast, but it didn't really work out in this case. Alarak gets zipped into the Hyperion and dies to Reyna, but they try for the counter kill, and Sonya might actually fall. Tries to go for the spin to win, and can't spin that hard. Ring of Frost has also been taken, so no water elemental control in this game. And no ult yet on Ana either. It should be a bit of a no-brainer here, and yes, thank God she goes straight into the nano boost. That would have been a little bit awkward if she would have gone Eye of Horus instead. Not really a preferred talent. But 4 kills against 2, 4 eliminated in the mid lane for both teams. Still enough gems for another turn in, more or less for both of them. I mean, only need like 5 to 7 on each side. So that's a fair amount. I mean, they haven't really lost too many gems throughout the game. We saw a couple more kills on the blue team, also a couple of deaths more on the blue team side. But to be fair, they didn't really lose a whole lot of gems or anything. So they're still fine here. But off we go. More than enough gems to get the turn in for both teams now. And they're starting to push in. Alright, there we go. Moshpit on bed. Ring. Didn't really do as much as they were probably hoping for. That ult was a little bit awkward. Someone apparently fat-fingered. That looked like an Alt-R move to me. He pretty much self-ulted. Either he pressed the ult by accident, or he accidentally pressed the R button together with it. But either way, that didn't zone out anything, so that's Orphea dead. Bit of a panic move here. Blue Web Weavers are descending, and guys, this is actually a 4 versus 5 that they just lost. So Sonya has been at the bottom of the map the entire time. And that is a bit awkward. Because right now, this is a chance for We Showed Up to really gain momentum here. It's pretty much even at this point. 3 kills against 4, both teams level 12, Fort's eliminated in the mid lane. And now the chance to go straight in for the big kill. Here we go. ETC with a big mosh pit. Big mosh pit over here. And they get 3 kills as a result, and that's obviously an easy defense right now. I mean, they make 3 dance. He has 4 actually. He had 4 in the mosh. No, sorry, it was 3 after all. Some reason I counted the Web Weaver for a moment there too. So they get 3 kills out of that, and that's the easy defense top side. And now they can focus on the bottom of the map a little bit more. I mean, the Web Weavers are still going strong here, and technically they could still take down the forts. You want to prevent that. But that's 7 kills against 3 now. And that was a pretty good setup there. It was a good fight for them. It was a really good fight. And that's honestly a fight that they needed, because I was already afraid that we would see a big momentum swing now before we showed up and then just running with us. But yeah. Okay. For now, Todazul can turn in. Not quite enough to give them the full turn in. No, Wayne, on the other hand, he could make it happen now. Yeah, 49. Yeah, still willing to fight. He has 13 talents now on both sides. Ring is up. All the ults are up with the exception of Moshpit. Actually, Deathwing has used this one too. Talking Deathwing. There we go. He's in trouble though. Ring, but it's not going to be enough. Unfortunately for Fia, she was not able to get a kill with the Eternal Feast there either. But they need to jump back from this one. Could get in with another Shadow Waltz, and there's the kill against Sonya at least. Good ult also from Jimmy, and he is able to take not only Deathwing down, but he goes straight in for Alarak. Problem is he falls too. As Sophia gets a kill, ETC comes in and is not only alive, but might even allow them to get another kill against Jaina. It doesn't come to it. But ETC, seriously, with a balls to the wall play right there, balls of steel, and put them on the table too. He had a sliver of health left and was like, escape? What's escape? There's only one direction, baby, and that's forward. Went straight in for the kill against Jaina. He nearly fell. Was trying to kill him too. Couldn't quite make that work. But now we have 11 kills against 5. And yeah, Odds Musical is ahead. Nearly a level lead. Have the red Web Weavers coming down again. And here's an opportunity to take a few more structures down. He really need to push in though. They need to come top side and try and push together with this. And that's where the 5-man is headed at this point. Here, by the way, the healing static, and as I said, a bit of a fail on the level 4 talent. That's not the talent you want to take when you're heading into a normal sustain build for Mirrodin, because it doesn't give you the second proc on your healing static, so that's a problem. So keep that in mind if you want to play the dwarf as well. Pretty sure that that's a mispick and wasn't really intended. Either way, 16 any moment now, and that is of course an even bigger problem. We have web weavers against you. Your opponent is about to hit level 16. Yeah, it's tough. This might... Are they really retreating? What? What? Come on, boys. Yeah, ETC. Moshpit! And he hits 2 with it. The ring has the Eternal Feast. They're trying to get a little bit more. Also, the light bomb comes out. But there's the death of ETC after all. Deathwing flies away, retreats quickly, and Anduin helps out a little bit more as Alarak was for just a second in range of the opponent's team. So they are able to take a fort down, but they weren't able to eliminate the keep. Didn't really get any damage on it at all. So I think honestly this could have been a little better there on the end. But still, they got some structural damage in. They have a 5-kill lead now. 16 talents on both sides. The damage output with 32,000 heavily in favor of Alarak for the red team. Ophia is trying to catch up, but she's dragged down by her little coffin there. 34,000 for Jimmy in the meantime. And yeah, here we go. Now with a Paint Rat on Jimmy. A little bit more survivability for him too. And let's go. At the top, Sonya. Careful, baby. Alright, she moves out of this one. Bottom of the... I mean, there's still... It's pretty much a trust trying to get the camps down here. If you establish a good position down at the bottom, it's going to be a little bit easier to send someone down to make that work. It's interesting to me that the red team is actually not moving bot side with any more players. They only have the Wayne sitting here. And while he can't be stunned and is not really in all that much danger, it's still a bit odd that nobody else is moving towards the bottom of the map to help him out here. So instead, they're trying to push the top. Because apparently the idea is to just simply create a counter point on the map and force the blue team to retreat, which they are more or less doing now, but the fort at the bottom has now fallen for free, so they didn't even have to fight for this one. Trap attempt at the boss, I suppose? I mean, gems are there. Another 7 and the blue team has a turn-in. But yeah, they're trying to trap it, pause, the blue team just doesn't care. We showed up, they're not showing up. They're just sitting there and they're like, yeah, we don't really care. And just as I say it, there's an attempt. That's the wrong hero to show up. She shouldn't have shown up, not her. Oh my god. The Jaina check. And now they're losing Mirrodin too. Jaina down, Mirrodin down. Oh boy. And now you can go boss. That's, first of all, a couple of gems lost, and you can go for an easy boss here too. Should maybe even make Deathwing move down to the bottom. Ah, well, actually, this one is gonna fall any second. I thought that the camp was still intact, but it isn't. So, here we go. 13 kills to 6. Jaina a little bit too aggressive there. Nearly done, by the way, with the ice block, so she needs a bit more damage for her baseline, and then she has ice block ready. But there's the boss play. And now you should at least try to get a keep out of this. So a little bit more damage bottom of the map towards the wall. I'm pretty sure someone is going to react to that. Anna? Anna? Team? Anna? Okay. Awkward. Yeah, that was a little bit of an awkward moment. What's also awkward is that the red team has decided that they don't want the top keep. Like, are you guys seriously? What? You have a 5 versus 4 points and you have a boss pushing for keep. Like, what are you doing? That's an insta keep right there. Not quite sure. They perfectly take the Ana kill. That was great. Good rotation. They caught her out. She made a mistake and got punished. And then they don't take the keep at the top. Now they have level 20 plus web weavers. Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't even go for top anymore. I would simply push for the middle. Just push middle right now. Top keep is going to fall anyways. Top keep is falling anyways, and if they defend top keep, then you get mid keep. So right now, push the lane out, fair enough. But I think they could have just gone for the bottom, for the middle lane. You don't want to attack the bottom of the map because there's still a fort, and this one should fall anyways. But now they're getting this one. As you can tell, before the web weaver is even there, and what did the blue team do? They simply just said, okay, we're going to defend middle. So that limits the options that you get. I don't think they can go for core here. They might try. I mean, blue team still needs to defend, by the way. Not just simply let it happen. So there's the mosh pit. Alright, interrupted. The ring is out too. They might just be able to get it, honestly. The reaction of the blue team was a bit late. You were a little bit late to that defense, and now they get punished for it. Fair enough. Those are 2 moves that should not have happened and not have been made, but both of them go through, and that's a win. Hot's Musical ties it up as we head into game number 3. Game number 3, Cursed Hollow once again, everybody. We showed up against Hot's Musical. And off we go. Left side of the map. Our final map in the series here in Division 7. Tore up. On Garrosh. Oh, hiccups. Gorno Liming, Nephilim on Lunara. We got Sprouty on Thrall and Crown on Deckard. And to the right side of the map, Hot's Musical with Todazul on Johanna, Lizard on Ophia, Fengshen on Greymane, Lilith on Anna, and Nawain on Deathwing. Alright, in terms of the talents, let's see what we get here. We have the Trolling Thunder once again for Thrall. Thrall is actually kind of beautiful because you can pretty much pick every single level 1 talent these days. Gotta admit though, there is a bit of a focus onto Trolling Thunder just recently. Echo of Elements too. But even your Trash Lightning can be quite viable when you play it on a map where you are part of the format. So that's definitely a cool thing to have. Greymane with a bit of a cocktail setup that he comes for right now. And top side, Lulnara. The Queen of the Lulz. Okay, so, anyways, we had a bit of a different setup. Honestly, I feel like on the last map, it was a big mistake initially from Hot's Musical to not push with the boss and go for the keep directly. And then they started to focus topside with the objective push, and the blue team used the opportunity to defend the middle. And then, for some reason, they lingered around in the middle for way too long, didn't rotate top, and, well, they got punished. So 2 fails make 1 right, apparently. And that ended with our 3rd game, that I'm certainly not complaining about. It's always nice to have a 3-mapper here. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with that. Sprouty is sitting at the bottom of the map. Fengshen gets attacked there too. And, well, off we go. Left side of the map, Gorn and Crown are going for the camp. Down here at the bottom of the map, you see the same thing happening. It's a bit more interesting to see that the blue team is actually getting their own camp this early. Normally, when you have the objective spawn on the bot side, the blue team takes their mercenary camp on the night camp first, and then rotates towards the top to take this one, so that they have a bit more value out of it. Since there is a Deathwing on the other hand, not really necessarily a move that is needed here, so you're still fine. But for now, we have level 4 to level 4, 0 kills just yet. Everybody's playing this a little bit slower. This is obviously the deciding map now in our Division 7 league, so you want to get those points. And let's see what they can actually do with this one. Ana going, by the way, for the same setup here, so we got the grenade build for her once more. Deathwing up at the top is taking a bit of a beating from Lunara. Another one of these. Deathwing should have a finishing move. Honestly, we need that in Heroes of the Storm. A little bit like Mortal Kombat. If you have certain heroes that kill another one, there needs to be an animation attached to it too. And yes! Get wrecked, baby! Alright. Lunara as dead as her mom. Then again, Bambi was a boy. I know, shocking, right? I talked about it in the past, but every single time I think about Bambi, in my head, that's definitely a female deer. And then I learned that it was actually a boy. And honestly, if you think about it, the thing has horns and like turns into a stack or something at the end. So it's a little bit weird. But every single time I'm a Bambi, I just like think, I don't know. It's weird, guys. It's weird. I don't know why. But either way, gets wrecked at the top. But coming back to my finishing moves, if you are Deathwing and you are finishing Bambi off, you should just like jump in and just eat that thing. Full on Tyrannosaurus Jurassic Park Rex style. Go in and eat it. That's a snack right there. Over here, fight coming up though. Good road down from Deckard Cain again. Yeah. Everybody is just on the way out. And it's not really a setup that you want to run away from. Okay, hoppity hop, nearly getting a kill. That would have been pretty good if Lunara would have been able to get the counter kill here. I guess a bit more damage in, can pad the stats a little bit more. Siphoning Toxin on level 4, which is more or less an indicator that you don't really trust your healer. If you go for Siphoning Toxin on your level 1, then it pretty much just means like, listen, I don't really trust your own man. I'm a little bit skeptical here if you can really pull that off here. You're old, you might miss a potion or two. So, yeah, we're not gonna go for anything there. Either way, in the middle of the map, that's where most of the action is currently happening. Skyfall on level 7. We also got the Ancestral Wrath, another must-have talent. Thankfully, these days, we see it in pretty much every single game in the build. If you don't pick that talent, you're doing it wrong. It's another must-have talent for Thrall. And, yeah, it's pretty much it. It always just like breaks my heart when people want to be like super smart, you know, and they go for follow through with, and even with echo elements that gives you a second charge, you're not gonna get enough out of follow through. Sometimes the argument comes through, it's like, oh, but Khaldor, Battlefield of Eternity, you know, you can get more damage against the Immortal. Yeah, if Thrall is the source of damage against the Immortal that you rely upon with that little trick, then you have drafted a very bad composition in the first place. So, yeah. Believe me, there are heroes where there's one choice on a certain talent tier. Thrall and Ancestral Wrath is definitely one of them. So yeah. Nwain jumping in. Deathwing trying to get some value and maybe another kill. Come on, where's that Molten Flame? Fly like an eagle. Yep. Nwain is out of there. Nwain is just like, yep, done with that shit. Goodbye, baby. I'm gonna come back in later. He's like, ooh. Apparently hungry again. Trying to reduce the deer population once more. That was a good throw. Garrosh goes down, but Johanna is just now... Oh, shit. And is able to get away, by the way. And Hoppity Hop is trying to take her down. Where's the heal? No! Ana didn't even try. Didn't even try. We have a little bit of a cat fight going on over here. I think Johanna called Ana older or something like that. And Ana is having none of that shit. You're not getting any heals anymore. But now that we have Deathwing nearly falling, might scratch the nearly, he's down, turned into Deadwing pretty quickly. Thrall took him down, and that is a first tribute for the blue team. 3 kills against 3 kills. We're off to a good start, everybody. Yep. We are pretty much on a very solid start into our final map here. Even kills. Ah, well, and then I look at experience and realize that one team is already on level 10. Okay. That's a big lead right now. That's a level 10 lead any moment, and they could even get a boss together with that. Bosses are up. 10 is in. I like the wave of force. I've seen too many disintegrates lately without a reason. So happy that Gorn goes for that. And on top of that we have Thrall now with the Earthquake. Okay, bottom of the map. Fengshen against Lulnara. And here comes the tribute. I'm a little bit weirded out that the blue team didn't do anything with their level 10 advantage. They had an entire level. Take a boss, take a fight, push a wall, something. Do something with it. But they just simply fell back and started taking camps, and now it's 10 versus 10, so this entire lead that they had is just gone to waste. Eternal Feast. Taken again. And up to the top. They even allow the red team to take the position on the tribute. I mean... Lilith over here. Okay, gets interrupted. Deathwing coming in deep. The blessed shield. And it's time to burn, baby. She actually got out. You gotta be kidding me. No, she didn't. Here comes the kill. Shadow Walls for the victory. A little bit low, but Li Ming is already dead, and that was a huge part of the damage combo. And guys, everybody else is gonna die here too. Yeah, Garrosh is down, and Lulnara... Yeah, she's not laughing anymore now, is she? Oh, she's laughing a little bit more. Hoppity hop, baby! Oh, there we go. Finally. It took them long enough. But yeah, bought some time. Bought some time. Tribute is taken. Top lane gets defended. Nara obviously going to be back in a couple more seconds, but at the bottom of the map, the blue team is already taking position and is trying to take the wall down now, though. Alright. But let's go. Ah, party time. I like it. The push to the middle. Lunara went for the leap, as you could already see in the last fight. 16,000 damage for Greymane, 20,000 for Thrall. And off we go. 6 kills to 3. 0 deaths on the old man, Orphea and Ana. And let's go. This could be a curse tribute. Could be the first curse tribute in the game. Pew! Pew! Ana, by the way, this time not going into the stacks. It was the other team's Ana last game, right? That went into the level 1 stacking. I'm pretty sure it was. So an early level 13 would help, but they're still half a level away. If they... maybe they stock the next wave here and buy a little bit more time. Maybe someone in the middle, they could get it. Not quite there, though. Yeah, it's tribute time. And Lunara is coming in. Again. That hero is super frustrating to play against, though. Double hop and runs out again. There's the Earthquake. Nice. The old man coming into the play again. But look at Ana over here. Nobody goes for Lunara for some reason. And then when they do, she can simply walk out. Orphea is down, but so is Garrosh. The tank is gone. And Greymane wants the kill. He's trying to get himself a bit of a Lunara stake. And should be able to get that. Really? Oh, I would be pissed. 2 down, 3 down. No, what happened, team? What happened? It was so close, and now they're losing the tribute. So we have 2 tributes on each side. They got the initial kill against Garrosh. I mean, it was a trade, but still, it looked really good. And then Lunara just hops around the entire time. Nobody locks her down. There's really a lack of CC that's available for Hot's Musical. You got the Blessed Shield, but once that's out of play, you are pretty much relying on the Sleep Dart. So there's not really a lot there. Lunara just jumping into the entire team and doing her thing there. Now the fountain at the bottom has been eliminated. Lunara now on 13 with Let Them Wither. We have also Li Ming with Illusionist. That's great for her. But what a setup here again. 7 kills to 7, and still the lead for the blue team. Still doing their thing. Okay, towards the top. Phantom Film is in, down to the bottom of the map. Sprouty, careful, and he should fall. Honestly, yeah, body blocks, and that's too much. Yeah, hashtag not my war chief. That war chief got pretty quickly eliminated here. Very, very quickly. Okay, so Over here, we already got the attack. Golden Crown are taking the next camp. This is the big one. And 18 more seconds for Thrall to appear back on the map. I mean, this is looking like a curse for Hot's Musical. They should get this one easily. Lunara still being annoying. It's pretty much a job description at this point for her. But this is a curse regardless. And the problem is that at the bottom of the map there's already a really good setup towards the fort. So this one can easily be taken down. And let's see. Top side. That's where the push is coming in. Fengshen is sitting there, and they try to go for the keep directly, which isn't really a bad move. Going for the keep directly and ignoring the fort is actually fantastic if you can make the play. And since Li Ming is at the bottom of the map, this is a good move by them. A 5 versus 4 in a territory where you can definitely win this. You just need to keep Ana alive, and nobody gives a fuck about Lunara. Lunara is just sitting there and is destroying Ana. And now they're losing their support. They lost Greymane. They're trying to go for the keep. They have to at least take. They're all going to die. They need to take the keep. They need to take the keep. This is the last thing that you need to do. I mean, them losing a 4 versus 5 is a problem. They got full-on wipe. 5-man team wipe. But they take the keep. The fort at the top is very likely going to fall too. But now it's, of course, a huge lead. 16 to 14. I can't believe that they lost the battle. It felt like half the team was trying to take the fight. The other half was simply going for the destruction of the keep itself. And the reaction of the blue team is instantaneous. They're moving for boss, and that's honestly what they need to do. They needed to do this. But again, structurally, big advantage now for its musical. Top fort, top keep down, mid fort getting eliminated any second, and if not, then okay, it's probably not gonna fall, but it's insanely low, so anybody can take that. But over here, different story. They're fighting for it. Garrosh is down. Are they actually winning this? The old man, Deathwing, he steals it away. He actually steals it away, and they take another kill with it too. You got to be kidding me. Deathwing comes in, steals the boss, and then they get a kill right afterwards. Oh my god. I feel sorry for the blue team right now. Oh, that must hurt. Yeah, this is the advantage. The advantage is pretty much gone that they had through the 5-man wipe. And now with the boss pushing topside, it's obviously going to go for core. Now, I could be a nice person and I could let this one slide, but then again, you guys know me, so we're going to take another look at this one too. So she gets rooted and gets stunned. But of course, it doesn't change the fact that they are still going to be able to take this boss down here. So yeah. Alright, 13 to 10. Yeah, blue team is in trouble. They're taking the boss down topside, but again, let's face it, this one is not going to do anything anyways. Pushing with it would have also been a mistake. You can't take that keep, not this early, but taking the boss at the bottom of the map, that's a very different story. But now all of a sudden, Greymane moves into the middle, takes the keep down here without any big problems, and they have an opportunity to maybe take keep. If not, then at least break the wall down at the bottom of the map and open this up for later on in the game. So, big situation right now. Okay. Thrall down with a beautiful kill by Greymane here. Well played. Lunara is also dead. Oh boy, this is turning very quickly into a potential push for core. At least the keep should fall. Oh my god, Li Ming is there too. Fengshen, calm the fuck down. Getting kill after kill here. Look at that Greymane ripping them apart, going for the throat with a bullet. And now that the keep is down, they should go core. That boss is still alive. Only Garrosh is surviving. This should be game. That escalated quickly. That escalated very quickly. There's 2 catapults at the top that are already taking the shields down. The boss is going in. And Hot's Musical, ladies and gentlemen. They are taking it. They got wiped at the top keep, but took it down. And then the big fight at the boss decided the game. 2 to 1. Hot's Musical with the victory on the 3rd map on Cursed Hollow.